Hello and welcome to the Good Citizen channel. Today we have a few interviews lined up for you. Now these citizens were asked questions that would reflect on their responsibilities as a citizen and about being a good citizen. Let's go to the interviews. We had to ask teachers around the school because it was so cold outside that no one was outside.
What type of citizen do you think you are?
I would consider myself justice-oriented. I pay my taxes, I would do jury duty if I was called upon. I think as a citizen, that's basically what I have time to do. With two small children, I really couldn't participate as much as I'd like to, although I think after I'm retired, maybe I would be more participatory and be able to kind of volunteer time and things like that.
If you found a valuable object, would you return it to the rightful owner?
So if it was lost or something, definitely. That actually has occurred. I feel like if I had lost something, that I would want someone to return it for me. In fact, that I lost my wallet, in Boston, of all places, and it was mailed back to me, which was really surprising, but obviously I appreciated it. So I definitely would return it to the rightful owner, or at least try to seek out the owner.
If you were called upon any civic duties, would you be honored to do them?
Absolutely. I was called to do jury duty at one point, and I wasn't picked, but there was a part of me that was kind of interested in the case, so I sort of wished I was put on the jury, but I wasn't. And other civic duties, absolutely. I think it's kind of our responsibility as Americans to do that.
What type of citizen do you think you are?
Of the three types?
Of the three types.
Kind of torn between two, but I think I kind of lean towards justice-oriented.
If you found something valuable on the ground, would you try to return it?
Absolutely, I would want to. If I dropped something of value, I would hope that someone would do the same. So that's sort of the model that I would want to.
If your civic duties were called upon, would you do them or honor them?
Of course, I think that if our democratic society is going to work, everyone needs to do their part. So when you're called upon to do that, it's your duty to do it.
Great, thank you for your time.
What kind of citizen do you think you are?
Well, I take participating in our democracy very seriously. I like to take the opportunity to vote whenever I can. I get a real sense of satisfaction out of that because I like the idea that my voice is heard.
Mm-hmm.
I have never run for office. That's something that's just not my personality. If that were my personality, I would do that too. But I try to do my little bit for people to have opportunities and for the right thing to happen. And I think that in our country, one of the responsibilities and the privileges is that we can, as much as we can, determine what our community is going to be like and what our world is going to be like and whether we treat people ethically or not.
Alrighty. Alright, if you found a wallet on the ground, what would you do?
Well, I would look in it for some identification. If I happen to know the person, I'd give it right to them. If I were near some place of authority, police station or something like that, I'd turn it in there. I've had my wallet stolen, so I know how upsetting it is. So that's how I think about it. Canceling all your credit cards, getting a new driver's license. The money's kind of the least of it, It's really everything else. So I would try to return it best I could.
Honor your civic responsibilities if you were called on.
As much as I possibly can. I presume you mean something like jury duty.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, I would honor that one. Again, it's a responsibility and a privilege to be able to have a voice in your world. So, yes.
I think I'm all three. I'm not really participatory, but I'm justice oriented. And the third one was
Personally responsible.
Personally responsible. I like to think I'm personally responsible. So I wouldn't go for all three, but I'm certainly participatory. I involve myself in every local, state, and federal election. I get involved in my local community. I'm participatory.
If you found a valuable object, what do you think you would?
Well, I try to identify the object and then I'd take it to the local police station so that folks who owned it could get it back.
So, if you were called on for civic duties, would you
Honor them.
honor them?
Of course, I would actually look forward to being on a jury or participating in my local community. That's what social studies teachers do. Why? Because we're participatory, we're justice oriented, and we are involved in our local community.
The first two people we saw considered themselves to be justice oriented. Then the third person we saw considered herself to be a participatory. Then Mr. Hawley he considered himself to be all three. Which is fine because you can be all three, but yeah. I'm Nick Knightley from GGC. Thank you for watching. Citizenship, it's that easy.